Welcome back to Campaign 3 of the Holy Rollers. I'm Stephanie Moore. This is Session 10. We're joined by Brandon, who plays Red Netherroot, Joffrey, who plays Roran Baelgor, Jesse, who plays Riker Tor, and last but not least, Dennis, who plays Lytle Defernden. And I am
Actually,
already
you might have had it
confusing.
right.
I am conflating your characters with you. It's a good sign. We're so grateful that you have joined in to watch us stream tonight or are watching this later. Every view counts, every comment and like counts. And we can't thank you enough for participating in our prayer posts and interacting with us on Facebook, on our the Holy Rollers D&D group on Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. We have a goal this in the next year to reach 1,000 followers, if at all possible. So share us, share our channel, share your favorite episode with people in your life who love D&D or who you think might be interested in clean tabletop RPG content. Without further ado, Mr. Dennis, would you please take us before the Lord?
Yep. Lord, I just lift you up and just thank you for everything that you're doing in our lives. Thank you for bringing each one of us here. And I pray for Kyle and Rachel right now as they're having a difficult time with the little one. Father, I just pray that you give them peace, give him peace. Uh, just touch the whole situation, Lord, and do whatever's necessary to just bring peace throughout the house and make everybody happy again. I pray that you touch this game as we play it tonight, Lord. Help it to I ask that you make it to glorify you somehow, some way. I don't know how it's going to, but Lord, we just put that in your hands. And I pray that anyone who sees this now or later on, that if they don't know you, Jesus, if they don't know the love of Christ, if they don't know you as their Savior and as their Lord, if they have not repented of their sins and called on you as their Savior, Lord, that they would do that. And if they don't know what that means or if they don't know how that is, that you would put it on their heart for them to get a hold of any one of us to
Yes.
help explain it to them and share it with them so that they can understand your love for them. I just thank you and I just lift this all up to you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
So, in an effort to be expedient, I will caveat the recap inspo with the Reader's Digest version. Who would like to go for it? All right, Joffrey, hit it.
Run back into Beldrin, see the Silver Chapel burning down. Genji, Kenji inform, basically on the fly as they're running in, that they need to save the people that are inside, and we collectively agree to help. We do succeed through trial and smolderings, literal and metaphorical,
Yes.
to save all three people who happen to be, in the recap, members of the Beldrin Thieves Guild that Kenji had spoken with and introduced themselves to the night before. We are now speaking back with Steelbraid, who comes in at the very end, tells the Thieves Guild people to go to I don't remember the name of the place, to get a drink, and we are following them back to the office for a debrief.
Yep. It's called the Drunken Draugr, and good job. Take your inspiration, sir. The Drunken
Drunken
Draugr.
Draugr.
Yep. Little Skyrim nod. If you don't know, most of us are Skyrim freaks.
Are we allowed to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
We're not making any money off this. It's fine.
Yeah, I gotta get back on Skyrim. I haven't been on Skyrim in a long time.
Oh gosh, I miss it. I need to start in January is typically when I start a new playthrough, just because it's that time of year.
I need to as well.
Right.
I might have to do that.
Over your winter break, you should, Joffrey. You deserve it. Okay, so before you guys actually leave the crowd, a few things are actually going to go down, so be patient with me. Steelbraid momentarily breaks off conversing with you to go and berate the bucket brigade, which is that long line of people to the nearest well who are passing buckets to and from to try to put the fire out, to basically whip them into shape. And In the moment of peace that follows, as the adrenaline of the fiery rescue fades, you regard this milling, staring crowd with some kind of misplaced caution. All of you, even before you were killed, had reason to shun public attention, but this crowd of dwarf and human miners seemed to be surprised at what? That you would come to the aid of people you do not know? Uh, by all accounts, they regard you as tithe hunters because you were introduced at the city gates with a tithe hunter's seal. Clearly, the dystopian nature of this world does not spawn many heroics. And additionally, the dirt's. I was going to make everybody roll a perception check to understand the two voices in Genji's head, but since they are not here, I'm going to skip that part and we will retcon it at a later time. Even so, reality rushes back in. Attracted by the congregating people, the undead of the town stagger down the streets, their rotted jaws yawning open, their sightless eyes clouded with decay, the marks on their foreheads glowing like brands. And at the other end of the street, that's crowded with them, standing astride the peak of a house roof, a man and a woman, clad in dark leather and deep hoods, watch. From the brow of the man, even at this distance, you can tell he is scowling, and he pulls something from a bag in his hand, a scroll and a dagger. Though his lower face is obscured by the hood, he must be reading the scroll aloud, as it begins to glow, and that glow arcs between his hands to the dagger in the opposite hand. It begins to spin flat in his palm like the needle of a compass, faster and faster as he presumably continues to read. And the woman's head tilts in curiosity as she watches your group over the heads of many undead. And just as quickly as you register her curiosity from this distance, magic envelops her and the man, and they vanish. Steelbraid's jaw clenches as he looks over the horde of undead approaching, his eyes dancing with the flames of the burning chapel and the deep-set anger of the not-rightness of it all. They respond to large groups because they think we're inciting rebellion, he growls, even as he steps forward. I will take care of this. The red gem in the seal-bearer's metal hand glows brightly as he makes a fist. Back, he barks, the brightness flaring. Stand down! There is a moment of heart-stopping fear on the faces of the living population gathered here, as if the ever-present question of, is this the day the undead rebel, is about to be answered with terror. The ghosts of many haunting decimation memories color their collectively held breath. But the mass of zombies shuffle to an uncoordinated stop, moaning a hateful song from empty lungs, as though resenting being cheated out of a meal of carnage. Their decaying scent mingles with that of the fire on a sickening breeze in the stillness that follows. Go back to your patrols, commands Steelbraid, clenching his fist again as the red gem flashes. And as for the rest of you, he turns to the crowd of his living citizens with a somewhat softer, but no less authoritative tone. Disperse. You've gawked long enough. Crowds of living and dead begin to filter off, and Steelbraid turns to regard you all with a look of self-loathing some of you find all too reflective of your own internal struggles. By the gods, Steelbraid mutters under his breath, rubbing his temple. You realize it's actually the first time you've heard any mention of the gods outside of your group since you were resurrected. When suddenly, the gem in his metal hand flashes 3 times in quick succession. Steelbraid's face goes pale. A voice emanates from the gem, cold, even, and feminine. Sealbearer Steelbraid, she says, I received an alert that your forces were responding to an unauthorized large gathering. Explain yourself. Genji and Kinji beside you stiffen. And Rorn, your whole body goes cold as you recognize the voice of the Empress herself. There was a fire, Steelbraid replies, unable to conceal the little bit of a waver in his voice. The people have dispersed. I put the undead back to their patrols. This is the third such event in as many months, Randall, says the woman's voice with a chilling edge of disapproval. Perhaps your people need to be reminded why these ordinances exist. That is unnecessary, my empress, stutters the dwarf. It won't happen again. See to it that it does not. I would hate to have to repeat your assimilation days festivities. The glow in the voice from the gem fades, but the tension in Steelbraid's frame doesn't. He gathers himself with a deep, shaky breath. Follow me to my office.
We
We
follow.
I guess Rorn will sheepishly for Rorn retract the wings that have just, I realize, have just been out this entire time since we came crashing through.
Anyone got anything they want to do or add before we cut to
As we're going, Lytle is casting Mary Poppins on himself to clean himself up.
get the ash and soot and smoke off of
Yeah.
you? Nice. Hey, kitty kitty. All right.
Yeah, I get. Actually, here I got a different vision, Lydell. If you allow it, Lydell and Riker are doing it to each other like.
There you go.
It looks like a slap fight, but it's actually magic. Yeah. That's typical. I won't
As
even
you
say
see
that.
them becoming clean, I mean.
Right. Somehow your slap fight makes you cleaner. Who knows?
Uh,
Too funny. You arrive in the seal bearer's office without further delay. He grunts at the guards to leave as he pours a drink from the liquor cabinet in the corner, his back to you all, rage rolling thick off of him. The moment he is left alone with your group, he downs his drink in one long swallow and hurls the glass at the wall where it impacts, spectacularly. Still not looking at your group, he takes a small tool from his belt and begins twisting it on the mechanical elbow joint of his metal arm. It comes off, and he places it in a glass and metal case on the cabinet. The seam of the lid on the case glows faintly, as though magically sealing shut. And without turning around still, he speaks loud enough for you all to hear. Had the case made because sometimes I can't stand being connected to her. That she's aware of my movements, of my people's movements. And he finally turns and fixes you with an intense glare. I don't know if you are sympathizers or, like me, just trying to stay alive by the rules I am given, but I am sure you can grasp the burden of being under someone's thumb.
Lytle looks over at him and says, "Sir, we are always under somebody's thumb."
He lets
Just
out.
depends on whose thumb it is. Personal or
If only he knew.
Yeah.
He lets out an explosive exhale, and with it, the majority of his tension. He tucks the bottle he poured from under his arm stump and gathers more glasses by putting an individual finger in each one and like pinching. At the desk, he begins to pour you all what smells like a fantastically expensive mead. Cheers to your health and a job well done.
Prior to him pouring Lytle's and Riker's glasses, Lytle will hit Mary Poppins on both glasses.
That's fair. Steelbraid is beyond the point of caring about such little little
Well, he
things,
didn't
but
get a chance to do it for everybody, but he knew he could
right.
get those two.
He knew he could snag you too. Alcohol
Yeah,
sanitizes. If you have a concept of germ theory, you have a concept of alcohol sanitation. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Sam, you missed one. Aragorn points at the shattered one of them.
You had names. No, you had
That's
fake
right.
names. Cheese and Pete's. Okay. Um,
Lytle will cast Mary Poppins on it to clean it up.
y'all ain't even
The
Is that
right.
better?
No, it's still broken.
Oh,
Well,
the
I can't
broken
put it
glass.
together.
Yeah, that's not mending, sadly. That would be
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
yeah.
laborious task.
Mending only does like one like crack or something. It's not meant to like
It'd be quite
reconstitute it.
laborious. Yeah, no. Don't work
Then
like that.
what is the point of the Mary Poppins if it does not fix everything?
It
Clean.
cleans.
It cleans, my friend, and by being clean, you are the better you.
Remember, dress for the job you want, not what you have.
Calm
I'm
down,
looking at you,
Tony
Riker.
Robbins.
I'm looking at you, Riker, when you say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The puppet master stares at you just a little bit.
Yep.
There is a knock at the door, and Steelbraid bids them enter. And two guards come in, bearing a heavy chest by the handles between them. As they place the chest on the desk, Steelbraid gestures to one of them to incline his ear, and he says something quietly to said guard. The guard nods and follows the other out of the room. It's all there, but you are welcome to count it, Steelbraid says. He settles back in his chair and he swirls his mead and eyes you over it.
Who has the bag of holding right now?
I think.
Rowan.
No, Ron does
Ron?
not have the bag of holding.
No, it's
I think-
Jesse.
It's Riker. Okay.
Yeah, Riker has
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So without thinking, Lytle just says, "Riker, my friend, why don't you put that in your bag, so we can look at it on a different time. I trust our dear friend here."
Okay, if you trust him. He gives you a side look like you and your trusting nature.
Now, can Riker even lift the chest?
Probably not.
No.
But
It
Yeah,
took
he
it took
probably
two
looked
guards to bring it in.
So
Nah.
Could be
he'll
like
probably
a
look over at
wiggle,
Rowan.
wiggle, wiggle,
One
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Ron will
wiggle, wiggle.
just.
I was getting there.
Sure, you were.
Oh,
Oh my
All
they'll
right.
gosh.
get it in, and then Riker will be like, Steel Bear, did you want any of the details? Like, because we found some things. Maybe you don't want to know. We don't want to know. That's fine. But I just. What
He
did you want to know?
he has spun the chair sideways slightly, and he's like staring at the mead in the light. And without even looking at you, he says flatly, "By all means."
He really doesn't care.
If you think it's
Yeah.
something I should know, then I believe you.
Well, I just wanted to. He's going to use minor illusion and create like a screen and a black and white.
Take a D4 of
Bring it
psychic
on.
damage.
Hey, hold on, I got the whole thing. Hold on.
Did I stutter?
He's going to like the whole like black and white. It shows like grainy, like the Mona Lisa in back of the wall. He's like that. Oh, this was not just an infestation. This was planted, and the scene is going to change, and just like a slide to zoom in on the hammer strikes. There, it's like this was deliberate.
This is like an episode of CSI. I swear to
Who
goodness.
is doing that?
Yeah. It's like an old,
Good.
like slide, and it's like the old like newsreels or the old
Yeah.
and then he's like, this is the
ticker
picture of
tape.
an egg. Yeah, and he's like, so this was planted, and what we've overheard, this was planted by one of the guilds held by Lady Cherish, and there
Cherish.
will be a scene of the crushed bodies under that rock, the arms and legs like out, and just before these two demise, we overheard them speaking about this creature. In fact, this is who we believe started the church fire, as they believed the carnage that we had caused, killing these creatures, and an ugly picture of the massive queen with silhouettes of us all facing it in like a, like a triangle formation, with of course Riker being the peak,
Right.
with his with the tricorn hat with the feather, the flowing,
Oh
flowing
yeah.
cape.
Oh yeah.
You
Then
you hear
Warren has
Lytle
been
outwardly
Warren
chuckle.
is shrunk dramatically, so he's actually a little bit tinier than Riker, and that's it's just this creature who we destroyed. They believed that the local guild actually killed, as they were here to gather bones, and believed that this other guild destroyed this creature and its offspring in order to get in on the business. So do with that what you will. The local guild fellers got out this time, but they may not next time. And this Lady Cherish, based upon what this one, he points to Mud Boy, says, you know, the boss lady is not super nice. So, and it will fade away. Am I not losing?
Lytle
Uh-huh.
claps.
Yeah. I imagine so do Genji and so does Genji.
Yeah.
Just golf clap at your presentation.
Lytle says, Raka, once again, an amazing
I
display.
swear. I'm gonna start taking inspiration. Um so
I am embodying the character.
you're embodying a pain in my ass.
I'm
Um,
not that. I'm not usually that short.
I'm playing the character right.
Oh, you noticed that, did you? I swear to goodness, Red. Um,
That wasn't
the-
him.
I was a duck. I saw him.
Excuse you?
I saw the duck come up your screen.
I don't care
whatever,
what you
I'm
saw, where you saw it.
Oh, I'm done. I am done entertaining with you guys. Good night. Good night, all of you. I'm bye. Goodbye. Just you can play by yourselves. Role play among yourselves. The Steel Braid puts his cup down on the desk and has been listening despite the kind of air of despondency that has temporarily overtaken him. And he is going to rub both temples this time. You're sensing this is how he might have gotten the worry lines right here on his forehead. So you're telling me that a thieves guild from another place has been stealing bones that we didn't know existed and blamed the local guild for it. And the local guild is potentially responsible for the carrion crawler infestation in the first place.
I
Yes.
thought that was assumed from everything he just showed you.
Did
I'm
you
just
not
making
see
sure.
the slides?
This is why I didn't want to take a report. Because if I record some of my citizens doing something unlawful to that degree, they get tithed. So while I appreciate you telling me this, don't be shocked if it's not recognized formally. I can handle the guild in Beldrin. We have an understanding. By that I mean they keep their grubby hands off of citizens, but strangers are fair game. And I don't throw them in jail. And then to the wolves. As for the foreign guild, I have There's nothing I can do about that. But I can, now that the ossuary has been rediscovered, exhume the bodies, all of them, and that would probably put a good dent in our tithe for the remainder of the next few years. You said there were hundreds, if not thousands?
Minor illusion and full on
No.
sound.
There's no need. He gets the.
Oh,
The
like
cubby,
a zoomed out view of what we saw.
like the cubbies, just like, yeah, the whole room. The spectacularly dead carrion crawlers included, of course.
Oh yeah.
In the shuffle of the domination, I suppose the record of that ossuary was lost in favor of completing the mason work of the mausoleum above ground. That was a fraught time. There was a lot lost. He kind of rubs his his stomp as though it itches. Very well. Oh, there's another knock at the door, and the guard whom he spoke to privately has returned, and he's bearing another smaller box. And to thank you for your altruistic rescue of 3 of my citizens, please accept these. And he opens the box to show 3 pairs of goggles. These are standard issue to the human miners of Beldrin, who lack the blessing of dark vision afforded by dwarvish blood. I am gifting them to the 3 of you who suffer similarly. So now that all of you can see in the dark, you're welcome.
Yay!
However, they're minor goggles, so they are
But
fashionably atrocious.
yeah.
Why don't
Clash really hard
Okay,
there, Riker.
They
why
go
don't
really
kinda-
good with the gold and red with the ratty tricorn hat. Like he'll look like cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Ow.
Say you look
No.
Why
you
don't
look
kinda
steampunk.
clear this through? There seems to be the issue of our being able to walk freely among all the places. How do we go about that?
He opens the drawer on his desk. He takes out a very thick official looking piece of parchment that also, as you can see, there's a shine to it in the light, has been waterproofed. And he dips a quill and he begins to inscribe his name at the bottom. And he says, I am sponsoring you for the Friend of Dessel's seal. And uh basically I'm sponsoring you for the Friend of Dessel's seal, and I am declaring you a friend of Beldrin. This is the only way you can even get into the running for a Friend of Dessel's seal. The Friend of Dessel's seal will enable you to travel freely along the continent and even leave its shores if you are so inclined, although that is a rarity to find boats that are leaving. Or even returning from somewhere offshore. You will have to travel to
Okay,
Dessel.
no new continents for us.
Do what now?
Mhm. Only
No
one
new
continent
continents
for
for
us.
us.
You will have to travel to Dessel and engage in whatever charitable occurrences that they find necessary to gain the Friend of Dessel seal. I cannot bestow it. I can merely sponsor you for it. Dessel has a interesting way of going about things that you will, I think, knowing your group, he takes a look at your muddy boots and your various weapons, will probably find invigorating. So I think you will. I think you will fit right in Dessel.
I know I will.
In the meantime, this seal will at the very least pave your path to Dessel. So if you get stopped, no one will harass you.
That
But
would
if
be
you travel too far from Dessel, it's going to be hard to convince people you are en route to Dessel. So I recommend you go there and don't take too many detours.
I do
Sounds
believe
like a
that
plan. We're
is.
probably going to need to rest up before we leave, though. It's I know it's mid morning. Probably what is it? Mid morning, noon, whatever it is
It
by
is
now.
probably, I'm going to say it's generously about 9 a.m. And
Yeah, I'm tired.
y'all are exhausted. You
Yeah.
essentially skipped a long rest in order to do this at night, and it's going to catch
Yep.
up to you. If you push too hard, you're going to be pushing exhaustion levels.
Yeah. No, I want to go. I want
I
to go
say we
find
go
that
get some rest.
comfortable bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go back to that manor and take a
Okay.
nap.
Do you have anything else
Roard,
you want to say? Go ahead.
Roard will take the seal. Now, out of curiosity, what names does this sponsorship say are applying for the seal of friendship for Dressel?
It doesn't actually have names attached to it. It just has his name. Um,
Perfect.
Whoever
Thank
is
God.
in like possession of it this is essentially a writ of travel with a destination in mind. So there's no names necessarily put on it except his.
Yeet.
So Lionel looks over at Roran and says, "You do know that if anybody finds out you have those papers, you are a target."
Puts it in beside his breastplate next to the other thing. They're welcome to try.
This is why I like you, my friend.
Do you have anything else y'all want to
I
say or
tolerate you.
ask? Yes, that's why he tolerates you, he said. Do you do you have anything else you want to say or ask of Mr. Steelbraid before you clock out, go to the Mournhold estate, I assume, to sleep? Okay.
Roard will actually, as I guess, as the group is leaving, he will stop. He will turn. If no one has ever told you, know you have the marking of a good leader, and never lose sight of that.
He doesn't smile, but he tips his glass to you as if it's not hollow praise, but it lands hollow on a man who is having to go against every honorable and integrity intention he has for the sake of something good. The door to the office shuts, and within a few moments, you are exiting out onto the street, and you head towards the Mournhold estate. Um, the small scattering of people who are not currently like working in the mines and who are like moving about town uh, are whispering and occasionally staring at you the whole way. Um, you've made quite a splash in this town. As you enter the mansion, you notice to the right of the entrance of the door is a traveling pack, full to nearly bursting. "Oh, you're back," exclaims Elma, and she rounds the corner from the study. She is wringing her hands with anxiety. "Tried to talk some sense into Mistress Lyra, but she just won't listen." "You've made your points, Elma," replies Lyra as she passes Elma and tightens the strap of a spellbook belt on her waist, "and I am politely ignoring all of them."
Roard
Kind
will
of,
sidestep where to allow red and unobstructed line.
uh, kind of like she's pointedly ignoring Red too in this moment. And there's like a pink creeping up her half-elf ears as she does so. "I have to leave. I cannot stay in this moldering house. What if Alistair comes back and finds me sane? Better that he think I escaped while mad. And I have research I need to do that cannot be accomplished here." And she does spare Red a fleeting glance when she says that. "Mistress, if you insist on doing this, then I'm coming with you," Elma declares. "Absolutely not, Elma," Lyra says gently, and she grasps her servant by the shoulders. "You have a husband now, and I can't stand the thought of putting you in danger. Besides, I could move faster on my own." Well, not quite on my own. Did you fetch those childhood toys of mine that you saved? Well, yes, as I said earlier, I was only safekeeping such precious memories, but what do toys have to do with... I will show you. Give them to me. So Elma passes a bag to Lyra, who digs around inside. While I am loath to revel in my family's dark history, sometimes it does pay to grow up rich. And she produces a trio of ivory goats, carved in ascending size, and selects the largest one, which she tosses to the floor in the middle of the room. With a commanding tone, she declares, "Ride," and the goat statue immediately grows in size to the dimensions of a horse and comes to life, shaking its hairy hide. "There's no finer steed," Lyra says with a smile, patting its side. "I'll need to buy a saddle and tack before I leave, but that's a small thing. Elma, I shouldn't be seen walking and talking around town. Can I entrust you to make the purchase?" Elma just gives a defeated sigh. "Yes, mistress." So, Red, I imagine at this point you would like to interject and ask, what the heck?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
What do you ask, Lyra?
Lyra,
What?
what are you doing?
I'm leaving. I thought that was obvious. You know, the
Yeah,
backpack,
but
the
what?
riding goat. Why? I have research to attend to, and she glares at you meaningfully. You know, research.
I don't like this.
Then I like it all the more. And she twists around to, like, go and mind the, go and, like, basically move the goat, into the backyard, and, like, speaks the command word again, and it shrinks back down to a statue. With... She notices that Red is still, like, staring at her and, like, with a very displeased look. And just is like, fine. She walks over to, like, a nearby shelf and reaches into the bag and starts pulling out animal figurines. She pulls out a pair of golden lions. She pulls out a bronze griffin. She pulls out a marble elephant, an onyx mastiff, some kind of green gemstone owl, and finally a silver raven. Red, I have an army at my beck and call, and the answers that I need are not sitting in this decrepit manor. You have to trust me.
What? What if I'm not there to save you this time?
She takes a golden lion in both hands and is like, something will be there to defend me.
I'm not gonna convince you otherwise, am I?
Afraid not.
I would like to make an insight on Red really quick.
Okay. What are you inciting for?
Rord is reaching into his breastplate to grab a medallion.
Mm-hmm.
He is inciting whether it would be better for Red to give it to Red to give to Lyra, or whether he would just give it to Lyra directly.
What is this medallion? Forgive me if I'm not picking up what you're laying down.
The Tithe Keeper sigil as a just in case.
That's interesting. Do you want to hand it to Red? Or do you want to give it to Lyra yourself?
That's what the insight is for. Is he reading that Red cares about Lyra as much as player knows? But does Rord know? Because if he reads that, he's going to give it to Red to give to Lyra. And if he doesn't read it, then he's going to give it to Lyra directly. He's trying to read the room.
Red, what is the DC on how obvious you're being right now about how much you care about Lyra's safety?
It's not super high, like probably like a 15.
Oh yeah. Roran just there's a sigh and then like a soft. He kneels down and like Red. You feel Roran like takes your hand and kind of places something in it, and you feel a medallion kind of placed in your palm. Doesn't say anything, just kind of
Yep.
nods and then stands up, and you see the tithe keeper or
Hunter.
the
Singular.
tithe hunter medallion that Roran took off of the tithe hunter that got us into Belgium in the first place.
Yep. Red, what would you like to do with this?
I'm gonna give. I'll give Roran a quick look and just be like, just kind of cock my head sideways and then nod.
My man. Yeah.
Yeah,
The bro nod.
right, the bro nod. I will hand the medallion to Lyra and just say, "Take this. You're clever enough to know what to do with it."
She looks at it and like folds her fingers around it and looks at you with like begrudging acceptance. Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Now, who else would I thank?
Winged boy.
Wing boy.
A lot of you look exhausted.
Yes,
This house has a
about that. Since you're leaving, we're gonna stick around and use this place as our, call it a base.
I need another day to make preparations, and needless to say, I cannot ride through the gates on a giant goat. So I'm going to be leaving at night and probably not taking the usual routes. So you are welcome to stay as long as you please and make use of my manor in my absence. But for right now, you look like you all need a rest.
That's probably an understatement.
So you all filter off into the house to partake of the many slightly moth-eaten beds and sofas and go to sleep. Do you want to describe what you all find to sleep on in the various like positions you sleep in? Like Roran, do you sleep with your eyes open? You know?
Well, he would have whatever room he would have found in, he would have used his shield to prop the door so it couldn't open. He's taking military precautions, but
Right.
he's also used to this bed probably looks like it's seen better winters or days or decades.
Right.
But his time, he's slept on worse, like the literal cold hard ground, so
Right.
he will
Okay.
probably remove all of his armor once he's sure the room is secure, and he will probably sleep. It'll take him a minute to fall asleep, given the
Mhm.
events that have transpired of the last 24 hours, but he will eventually sleep.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to think about as you drift off to sleep?
He has not gotten that close in a long time, and he barely stayed together. And he can feel the fingers tapping. That old familiar sensation. Wanting the door to be let open again and trying to shore up the mental chains once more.
I like it. Uh, I'll extend to you all the same courtesy then. Uh, Lytle, how do you choose to sleep, and where do you target your rest?
So Lida will find a couch that's on an interior wall that's facing the front door, if possible, or
Okay.
facing in that general area.
Yep, yep.
He will first Mary Poppins it enough to get any dust removed.
Okay. Y'all are using the heck
And
out of that cantrip.
oh, I love that cantrip.
Yeah.
Um, and he will link with Riker real quick and just make sure that everything is okay for Riker and that he found something. Um, and make sure that he's comfortable. Um, and then as he lays down, he will take his bedroll. He'll put it on it, and he'll take his dagger out.
Mm.
And his dagger is in his hand as he sleeps. Um, and he will lay down and allow himself to fall asleep. And honestly, he will be thinking the anxiety and the excitement of going to Dressel.
Nice.
The things that he remembers, wonders
Hmm.
if it's still there. The people,
Hmm.
wondering if they're still there. Wondering if anybody will recognize him. Uh, which is both excitement and a worry.
Mm.
Um, and uh, and he will just start drifting off thinking of that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Riker, Rik what would you drift off to sleep thinking about, and where would you choose to rest?
Upstairs in a room. I'd like to once he gets there, he's gonna turn the bag of holding inside out and get that chest out.
Hmm.
Inventory the chest.
Every gold is there, and it's actually been
What is
conveniently
that?
split up into 5 bags of even denomination.
That's a total of what? 100?
It's
So a
200.
thousand.
It was 200 per person, so I believe that's 1,000. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just put that in the party equipment.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, and then put everything back in the bag of holding. Leave the chest out. We don't need to be carrying that thing around. Um, um, but there was nothing else in there.
Nope. Other than the climbing equipment, which still has the immovable rod attached to it. No.
Yep.
And that
And the
egg that Genji put in
egg,
there.
yeah.
But it's not
Yep.
your stuff, so you're not gonna bug it.
No, I wasn't
Pun
gonna mess
intended.
with it. It's just it is
Pun
in there,
intended.
but I just pull it up. Yeah. Um, and then and then he's going to pull out a scroll and he's going to work on creating a couple of his own spells, unique spells.
Yes. So I don't remember if this was covered in any of the reference material books that I read in preparation for this campaign, but the way I think it should be is you'll roll consecutive arcana checks up to a specific number that I set, and it will be like somewhere between 50 and 100. And once you hit that number, you roll a final arcana check to like basically finish it off and make it perfect, and then you get to the experimentation phase.
Oh,
So roll me an arcana check.
okay. Do you want like he's working on like three simultaneously? Do you want three separate ones, or do you
So
want?
that's another thing. It canonically takes you how long to copy a spell into your spell book? Let's just start with that as a reference. Isn't it like 8 hours or something if it's not in your illusion if it's not an illusion spell?
So are we going raw with that? Is
I'm just using it as a frame of reference for how long it takes you to hand copy and how long spells are. I
yeah, I'm
believe it takes
trying to. I don't know.
8 hours or something per level of spell. Um,
No, it's not that long,
maybe
but it
an
is. It
hour.
is at least a couple hours.
Yeah, hang on. How long to copy spells into spell book? D&D 5e. 2 hours per spell level. Okay. So if you want to work on 3 of them simultaneously, that's going to be 6 hours.
Well, but he's
Well,
just getting the initial,
that
because he's
begs the
not doing the
question.
whole.
Time out. Are they illusion spells like in your subclass? Or are they going to be like the
Illusion
one?
slash like psychic, so they're illusion slash psychic.
Okay. But they still have illusion as a core component, even if they are
Yeah.
psychically targeting. Okay. I will drop that to an hour per spell level then. So if you want to spend 3 hours just getting the bare bones laid out on these 3 spells, you're welcome to do so. Any
Yeah.
longer than that, you risk not getting a full rest.
No, just yeah, no more than an hour. He's getting the outline of them, the ideas of them.
Okay.
Kind
Roll
of.
me. Do you want to roll individual Arcana checks for each one, or do you want to roll them collective, like one roll collectively?
You tell me. You're God of this thing.
Again, don't call me that. I'm thinking
Your
in
your daddy DM. Your DM
that's
daddy. So
that's better. Call me daddy. No, the I'm thinking because they're 3 separate spells with very different uh MOs. I think it makes sense to roll 3 different arcanas. Send them to me in chat so I have a written record of what you've rolled so far, and I will yeah, we'll work on it from there.
okay.
The seething rage that you have felt a couple of times today and have subsequently been intimidated into silence over uh kind of boils up into your skin and pours out of your quill onto your parchment. And you sense a burgeoning idea of some things that would help you feel less powerless in the face of such rage. Far be it from you to not correct injustices, especially when they're perpetrated against you. 12, really? 212? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I
Cool
rolled
beans.
a 2, a 3, a 3. I'm pissed, but
I
whatever.
would be
I'm
too.
tired. So
Yeah.
I'm tired. That's why
You,
I've been up all night fighting horrors from the graves. Excuse me for
right.
not being on my bed.
Okay, so it's like that episode of SpongeBob where he spends like a huge amount of time and he's writing, and it's just one very fancy like the on a piece of parchment. That's what you accomplished tonight. So times 3. Very good, nice job. Um, like most wizards, I feel you pour a lot of yourself into your magic, into the creativity of innovation, and it does in fact soothe you, and you find yourself willing to go to sleep at a reasonable point. Uh, Mr. Red, how do you choose to go to sleep, and what do you think about as you do?
Um, I'm gonna go find Lyra before I lay down.
Okay. It has been about, let's just say, an hour or so. Um, you hear a humming sound from downstairs, punctuated with the occasional giggle. And as you walk back into the foyer, you find Lyra on her stomach on the floor with a paintbrush in her hand, humming and giggling to herself as her feet like flutter kick behind her. There's a teapot and a saucer and cup within reach, and she's cheerily painting on the floor what seems to be a huge, detailed, round glyph in on the floorboards of this entryway. You actually recognize this glyph. It's a spell from your own repertoire, or one that you could make in your repertoire. It's a spell you know, you just haven't prepared. Glyph of Warding. And it's been flavored for explosiveness with a very specific trigger.
I am going to. I'm going to sneak up on her.
Roll me a stealth check.
16.
Mm. So She unfortunately does hear you coming. You squeak a random floorboard in this rundown manner, and it actually like causes her to look over her shoulder. Oh, I was wondering uh, when you'd show up. She sounds like she's got like the slightest little hint of dread in her voice, and she props up on an elbow to talk to you. It doesn't seem like she dreads seeing you per se, only that she senses a difficult conversation.
Did you what think to set a booby trap on the front door? For I'm assuming I can't think of the guy's name.
His name is Alistair.
So I'm assuming you're rigging this door. I know that ward. What's your trigger?
You can actually make Alice. She could. Hang on. Let me find what I wrote. It's for Alistair. I can tailor it to be explicitly for him. Should he come looking for me here? And her face kind of darkens with a potent mix of anger and fear. I am leaving him a gift of the same caliber he bestowed. He scattered my brains, so it's the least I can do to return the favor. All over my foyer ceiling.
So when we leave, we should probably take all of our things.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Are you concerned that...
I'm concerned you're going to blow up the whole damn house.
She points at the spell. She's like, you know this spell. Now she's raising her voice. You know this spell. She's uncharacteristically, like, suddenly aggressive towards you. You know the spell. You can see it in the freaking text of the spell. It is triggered for the man named Alistair the Azimir. It's not difficult to do, Red. Can you not even trust me to... I am kind of the queen of glyph making, don't you know? I am an occult scholar. I know a thing or two about circles on the floor.
Would you stop yelling at me, woman?
She picks up her teacup, and you get a very strong whiff of whiskey off of this teacup.
Ah. That might explain a few things, Lyra.
Oh, don't.
I was not going to stop you.
I don't want to hear it.
I was going to ask why you did not ask me if I would care to partake already.
She, like, straightens up and summons her, like, manners, like her nobility manners, and says, tea, red.
I mean, maybe a little to kill what
He's
I'm
pouring.
assuming.
She's already pouring.
That's quite enough, dear.
She stands up, hands you the cup and saucer. Do you drink?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, roll me a con save to not choke on how much liquor is in this teacup.
Let's see.
Because it's like 10% tea. Like, she waved an Earl Grey tea bag over this liquor, and it's like 90%
right.
some
She
whiskey.
she dipped it.
Basically, yeah.
She added just enough orange juice to make it cloudy. 17.
Right. Okay, you succeed in not choking, but it does burn like crazy going down.
Take with alcohol, Dan.
Woman.
Lira snorts a laugh in a most undignified way, and now you notice the hint of ruddiness in her cheeks. I'm sorry, I didn't think to warn you.
Apparently not.
Apparently my brain went the way of my tolerance over these years.
Yes, I would say so.
So, what flavor of destruction should I put to this glyph? Should I make it fire or ice? or thunder, or lightning, or acid.
Uh, whatever makes you happy, dear.
Well, I keep having these decidedly uh, just beautiful visions of him burning in hell, like the nasty little angel he is, so I'm going to flavor it for fire.
I mean, yeah, that certainly does check out.
Uh, she reaches down with the paintbrush, changes like, and puts a particular glyph in a space that it was missing. That there was one missing, and you can like 100% now starting. You're starting to see the vision. Um, to the side, there's like a rolled up rug. It's very evident she's going to like cover this up once it's done and dry.
Well, yeah, remind me not to make you angry.
She
Again.
gives you she gives you a long suffering look, and when you add again, she cracks a little smile.
You might be. You might just be the most diabolical woman I know.
Oh, you flatterer.
Yes.
None of the rest of us can hear this, can we?
No.
No, you're all asleep. Um,
I'm. I'm going to miss you.
her face kind of softens. Red, it isn't the vampirism that makes me hesitant. It's that it isn't even that you were brought back to life by your god. It's not that you died in the first place. It's that I got you killed. Kellamvor might have warned you not to do higher magic if the god's connection hadn't been stifled. But my work on the Stone of Silence, even though I was ignorant as to who I was really helping, is the ultimate reason that you were captured and tortured and killed. And her eyes are kind of welling up a little bit. I don't know if I can forgive myself for that.
Well,
She's gonna start drunk crying.
she might.
She's a half elf. It takes a lot to get a half elf drunk, but she's definitely giggling.
I was gonna say it sounds to me like she's pretty close to it.
I, I, I get it, but you really can't blame yourself.
Then who should I blame, Red?
Well, uh, the Empress for start. That's a.
I mean,
That seems like a damn good place to start.
That's a given.
Well, then, don't go.
She looks around to make sure none of your companions are like listening necessarily. And she closes the distance just incrementally so that she can speak and still be heard quietly. If I am to find the answers that you need, I'm not going to find them in Beldrin. Do you really want me to sit here like a quail on a prairie and just wait for that angelic bastard to come back and finish what he started?
Well, I mean, when you put it that way, no, but. Damn it, do I just have to say it?
I'm going to miss you too. I'm not ignorant, you know.
Well, yes, I'm
I've
painfully aware of how smart you are.
known this was brewing between us for some time. It might have taken a 15-year hiatus.
Well, I mean, for some of us it seemed longer than others, but minor detail.
Which is worse? to engage with it only to be parted. Perhaps eternally parted. Or to put it aside until the work is done.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Now you're getting it.
Yes, I didn't say I was happy about this.
I have been back in my right mind for less than 2 days. And already I am exhausted. I have to make decisions on what to eat, what to wear, how to speak. I have to grapple with my fate. The last time I made a major life decision, it got me feeble-minded. And you killed.
Yes, but I'm back. So,
My point is, she puts her fingers on your lips. I don't want to make this decision. If we embark on this path, I want you to make it.
well, yes, of course. I assumed the decision had already been made.
Are we talking about the same thing here?
We are.
Okay. Just making sure. Now she gets like a smirky kind of look, and it's clear she's a little bit emboldened by the teacup of whiskey she has imbibed.
You mean her drought of wisdom?
Yes, her drought of bravery, and courage. Now she says, "You're going to have to say it."
I mean, fine, Lyra. I love you.
Sorry, my little girly inside is like, she kind of like has that moment. Yes, thank you. She has that moment of like the wide-eyedness of it settling, and then she matches your bravery. Red, I love you too. And I don't know how long I have been in love with you, but it's been a long time.
I'm still not going to be able to stop you from leaving.
No.
I'm
And if that was
painfully aware.
And if that was the point of your confession, I'm afraid you've just wasted it.
Well, I wouldn't call it wasting.
She shakes her head. Do you want to keep me company while I paint the destructive rune?
Well, I mean, obviously.
She sits cross-legged on the floor and picks up her paintbrush again. You sit cross-legged next to her. And she may be working the paintbrush with one hand, but in her other hand, she's holding yours. And we're going to just like camera pan.
Out.
Yep. Fade out. That's not going to come back to haunt you.
Right. If you ever want your recordings on YouTube again.
Oh, Lord, that's funny. Awesome. So you all get a long rest. Hallelujah.
Thank God.
Yep. So I want. Yep. Deuces. That was pretty much everything of interest. Bye, brother. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
See you, Jesse.
That is way bigger faces of yours that I'm used to seeing. Like having four.
Oh yeah, we're
having
only at
four
four
of us.
Yeah.
Is like, that's a little aggressive, you know. Awesome. So you guys sleep the better part of the day, and you are you wake up hungry but rested, and you feel a certain degree of more of confidence and strength based on how well you were able to stretch your legs in that series of fights with the carrion crawlers. You feel you've gained some meaningful experience from it. So make sure you attribute your level ups.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what y'all pick.
All
Um,
right.
Red, I believe you started at one level ahead.
Yeah.
So that's we're just gonna hold you back a grade,
Yeah.
okay?
Just so you
Okay.
know, I now just for future, I now have a
Mm,
passive perception of 20.
good Lord. My word. Okay.
My passive.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. Awesome. Um, I am terrified by the insinuations of that. Um, cool. So it is
I noticed
basically
things you didn't
dusk.
even know you did.
God. You're like, you wouldn't know this reference, but in Critical Role Campaign 3, Caduceus Clay was a cleric, and he had a passive perception of 20 or 21 or something like that. And it was endlessly frustrating to Matt Mercer, the DM. So I have much joy ahead of me in this. What would you guys like to do as you wake up? It's around like dusk at this point. Um, the market's still open, but it's going to close soon if you want to go shopping for anything. Um,
Well, we have food. We have everything we need that I think of.
mhm.
And think of what we would need to go to head out at this point.
Okay. Got anything to add, Roran?
No, we're just whenever the group is assembled. What? So, what is our next step going to be? Do we leave in the morning? Do we leave now? I imagine we should probably make our way to Dressel on the sooner rather than later before we get sidetracked further.
Y'all discuss that while I go take a bio break. I'll be right back.
Well, my big friend, I can just say that we all can now see in the dark. So we might as well use that to our advantage and get there as quickly as we can. That's my thought.
Well, I certainly don't disagree with that.
I do believe that as we go, I can go ahead of us and come back and make sure that we are not ambushed or caught off guard. So
Graceful. He
I
will
do
then
believe
turn
we
to
will be protected.
Carver cut of Riker and so what was the payment that we were given by Seal Bearer Steelbraid?
And he would tell you that it's 200 gold pieces per.
And I imagine that he would hand him out.
Uh, yeah, I would say so.
For what little it is worth, Red. You probably could not have stopped her if you were able to.
Yes, my friend, I'm painfully aware of how stubborn that woman is.
But that also means that anything that comes against her is probably going to realize how unstoppable she is.
There's also that truth.
I'm back, sorry. I had to stir my crock pot too.
We just
Yeah.
distributed the gold amongst the people.
Nice. Okay. So you all take inventory of your rations, you take inventory of your newly acquired wealth, and as you all are like gearing up and like getting your act together in the foyer of the house, over a newly redistributed rug This rug was not necessarily there when you first came into the foyer of this manor. Lyra actually approaches each of you and gifts you an additional 100 gold. She's like, I cannot thank you enough for freeing me, but consider this a start. I hope that it helps you on your journey.
Lytle looks at her and says, "My lady, this is not necessary." Seeing the look on Red's face these past few days with you has been more than enough payment. But I'll take it just to make sure that we have enough provisions.
He gives you a smirk and it says, that could also be constipation on his face. So,
I am well aware.
Red, you probably blush a little bit at being so easily read.
Yeah.
Yeah. She, in the dark, as the night falls, she prepares to take the goat and jump the wall. If you guys want to follow her into her backyard, and bid her farewell, she is going to skedaddle.
Roran will actually, as the group goes to follow Red, he will push Red forward and then he will barricade the door. We are giving them 5 minutes, and then I will remove my arm.
I think I'm
Gonna
going.
love
I
it.
think I'm gonna give him my extra 100 that I got.
Yeah, yeah. Roran is being a solid bro right now.
Right.
Truly. King of the bros. Lyra covers her mouth and giggles and shakes her head. She's like, I don't know where you found these people, but I like them. They're growing on me.
Dead in a graveyard.
Right. Yeah.
From the other side of the door. Yeah. She rearranges the packs on the giant goat that she summons from the statuette. She's actually affixed each of the statuettes on her belt for ease of distribution. You don't know what each of these does necessarily, but you imagine that as precious as they are going to be helpful to her. The goat shakes its hairy hide as she turns back to you, and she says, when we meet again, things are going to be different. You're going to be cured, and we're going to reevaluate, and maybe some of the storm cloud will have abated.
Well, here's certainly hoping that you're right, and I will. I'll put my hand on my heart, and I will cast my my daily remove curse.
Nice.
And I want her to see kind of the gold running to my arm and then kind of into my chest and emanating. And
she actually puts her hand over your hand as the magic suffuses you. And for a moment, you're both lit from beneath by this magic. And it's a very, touching moment as you stare into each other's eyes as you cast this spell on yourself. It's almost, in a way, like Kalimvor is extending a blessing. She is going to lean up on her tippy toes, peck you on the lips, and cup your face, and say goodbye, Red. We'll see each other soon.
I'm removing my arm from the door now. Loudly from the house.
Yeah.
Lyra,
I'm assuming that I'm assuming that Riker caught all that.
Oh yeah. You've got your.
I
You
meant
may have
Lytle.
an arm barring you, but you've got your ears pressed to the
Right?
door.
Yeah, 100%.
Red, what were you gonna say?
I was going to let her know that what I just did is I make a daily choice, and you are now part of that daily choice.
I choose you too. She hops up on the goat, settles in the saddle, and
Are we talking like screaming goat? Like what are we
it
working
can
with
be.
here?
No, it's a fainting goat.
Possibly. It looks like a mountain goat, just huge, just like the size of a horse.
It's a
Um,
huge fainting goat.
So
yes,
it just kind of looks at everyone and it's like, meh.
yeah, basically. It only screams when it's in peril. But she basically like gives it its little nudge in the loins, and it gallops in a quick circle around the backyard to gather speed and hops up onto the top of the wall behind the estate, and then over. And
Man,
Lyra
that would
is
be
gone.
a good thing to have.
Ward will step
Uh,
forward and just, if the day ever comes, and the choice is one of us die to save her life, leans down. I am taking that choice away from you.
oh, you sweet summer child.
Lytle looks over at Rorn. Oh, you're a heartful romantic, aren't you?
And Red's immediately like, shut up.
Right? Guys, stop it.
It's, there should be at least a future for one of us.
As Lytle walks back towards the building, he says, I believe there should be a future for all of us.
I mean, ideally.
But his is evident. Yours is not yet.
What so you say? He keeps walking.
So you guys are pretty much ready to hit the road if you want to.
I know Lytle's has his backpack packed. He's got it on. He's ready to go.
Awesome.
The dagger's put away. He's got the rapier out. He's cleaned it up. He's ready
Yeah.
to go.
Sharpened everything,
Yep.
checked your straps, banged the dents out of your various armors from carrying crawler pincers. Wonderful. Unless you have anything else you want to do in Belgium. Yes, what's that, Ron?
Well, we're walking over the doorway. This shouldn't happen, but considering Roard is blood.
No, it's not going to trigger for you.
No, would a tingle appear at all? Because it's an Azamar of blood. It just had the third thing of the Azamar blood named Alistair. Those are the three commands.
Right. So you feel like the soles of your feet tingle through your boots for some reason. And given the smell of fresh paint and the fact that a little bit of this sigil is like sticking out from underneath the rug, it doesn't cover it completely. You raise your eyebrows and you're like, oh, she's like scary, scary. She basically made a magical IED for one person. She's scary.
Mm-hmm. But Roard would not know that it is for his brother. He would just wondering if there would be enough residue considering he meets 2 of the 3 criteria. If it would.
It tingles in your heels, but it doesn't like trigger.
Yeah.
But you can
enough
assume
for him to feel, but not enough to like for nothing to happen.
Correct. Like by the fact that it does tingle in your heels, you kind of get the vibe that, oh, I see what this is probably for. You can like astutely, intuit what you think this would be for.
With a
Yeah.
23, do I perceive any changes in Rorn?
Um, he looks down at his boots while he's on this rug.
And then kind of looks back as we're all walking out, and you would hear, if I get my hands on him first, I am going to have words.
I'm just gonna go. My friend, trust me. I'm very well aware of how scary she is. If this were meant for you, you would be dead.
Then I pray he doesn't come back.
Do you have anything else
So,
you want to do before you leave Beldrin?
on our way to the wherever we're going to leave Belgium, uh, I'm thinking. So Lionel's going to kind of take the lead as watching out for things.
Yeah.
Um, and just want to make sure. I mean, does he see anything that even looks like somebody might be following us, somebody looking at us, anything like that? You
Um,
want me to do perception?
go right ahead. Yeah.
What time of
Although,
night is it now? 8, 9 o'clock?
roughly, yeah, night is fully fallen. It's like early midsummer, so it falls fairly
28.
late. And yeah, no one is there that can that gives a care necessarily. In the dark at least. There's undead. You can see how they walk different from living people, so you can tell they're on their patrols. Um, and you assume the guards at the gate are gonna take notice of you, but there's not really that many people out this time of night. It's a working town. Everyone goes to bed at a decent hour.
Well, so like I said, Lido was specifically looking to see if anybody was trying to trail them. Anybody, like watching to make sure that anybody trying to tail them, basically.
He's looking for
Okay.
ne'er do wells.
There are no ne'er-do-wells, at
I
least
mean,
not.
we just caused a thing in there.
Except for the
two
ones in our
marks
party.
yeah, that
I
doesn't
mean,
mean that we have.
no ne'er-do-wells that you can
Okay.
detect.
All right. Well, they would have to be really well for me not to
Right.
detect.
Well, considering the circumstances of the other group,
Oh, that's yeah.
they could be possible to actually out sneak you.
It could be, but it
It's
would be tough.
possible. They're pretty amazing rogues.
I'm just, and the only reason I did that was just so that I knew that we were starting out,
No, that's fair.
without having an issue.
Absolutely. No, you're good. And that's a that is the kind of forethought that I endorse and recommend in this kind of campaign because you never know who is going to be watching slash following you.
Yeah.
Um, okay. The guards at the gate nod at you as you leave. But that's really the only acknowledgement you get. What gate do you leave by? The gates to Dessel, or sorry, the gates closest to the route to Dessel, I think would be the north gate.
That would probably be the one we go
Mhm.
Okay, that's actually pretty close to the Mournhold estate. So you exit by the gate, the north gate, and the night envelops you warmly in darkness. Crickets are chirping, bats flit overhead on occasion. You could even hear an owl hooting in the distance. What do we, fellow DMs, should we roll something to. What do you roll to, ascertain traveling, ease? Would that be.
I think there was a section in the back of the DMG on, depending upon how hard you push, if you're going to go for a steady, slow, fast, or hard travel.
Right.
But
So
neither campaign really did use of that,
yeah,
so I couldn't tell off the top of my head.
so you can see in the dark now, but it's not like in some cases it's not like excellent. It's like a 30 or ish foot dark distance. Um, I'm not going to impose disadvantage on you guys for traveling at night. But it's going to, if you want to go like fast, it's we're gonna have to have a discussion about that potentially being a thing.
I would say that because we know where we're going,
Hmm.
we're not in such a hurry that it's we have to be there by tomorrow.
Right.
Um, but we don't want to lollygag either.
It
I
is a
would say that
4-day travel, just so you
yeah.
remember.
I would
And one
I
of
would
those days we have to reset our sleep schedule to a
yeah.
proper.
Yeah. Give me
So
a marching order. I assume Roran would be in front.
No, because Lytle's scouting ahead, then it would be
Okay.
Rorn. I imagine Jikenji is probably off to the side doing their
yeah.
own scouting. I imagine they would be wanting that.
Riker
Riker
would probably
Red
be right behind Warren.
and Red
Riker and
at the
Red.
tail end.
Unless the three of you are side by side.
You're
Depends on the
traveling
side of
in.
the road.
You got the old flying V formation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. Awesome. Um, let's
Let
see.
me let me roll stealth check just so that it's
Yeah, roll a
official.
stealth. Please do.
Um, let's see.
It is dark. That offers any advantage.
Oh, for sure. I would
31 for
actually.
stealth.
I mean, if you think you can beat a 31, you're welcome to roll with advantage. It is dark.
No, I think a 31's good.
Okay. Okay, if
We'll
you're
go with
sure.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
I think
The Ritz
that'll
had a 32, so it sees you.
Yeah. The
I'm
uh
gonna
the
take that chance. I just
the ancient black dragon sees you. No,
the ancient love dragon would see me if I rolled a nat 20.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yep, I don't know what that feels like. Stares at Brandon.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Awesome. So,
While Lytle is
how long do you want to travel? Like, do you have a specific time frame in mind when traveling?
I don't know. You guys think that we should travel to dawn, take a short rest, and try to keep traveling a little longer before we rest, so that we can start getting our sleep schedule back in?
That probably makes the most sense.
Yeah, I would concur with that. Try and like push that first day with a short rest, and then to get us to a proper sleep for night.
Yeah.
I like it.
Even if we could get to the morning before our short rest, and then maybe get to noon or something, I mean that would probably be helpful. Even if we took a couple short rests in between,
Okay.
at least to try to mitigate the.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. So you roll. Do you do you want to like forage or hunt for anything while you're on your way, just to like flesh out your rations a little bit? That's totally
If
optional. You had such a good time doing it, I wanted to offer it again.
Well, it is night. There are probably some things that are a little more active because of the security of the night, so
Yeah, I would say like venison or something like that, which would be nocturnal.
Okay.
if one happens to, I guess I'll do a, while we're walking, I'll do a survival to just kind of gauge if a track or something that looks a little fresh happens across our way, then
Okay.
Roran might point a detour to try and get a buck or a doe.
Okay. Roll me a
You have
perception.
ranged weapons, Warren.
No.
Okay.
What'd you roll, Rowan?
So perception, that's only going to be a 12.
Okay. Hang on, let me consult my chart.
Just so you know, uh, during this whole time, Lytle is going ahead and then coming back to talk to Warren, because he's in front.
Okay.
And that's how he's doing. He's melting into the trees to go scout ahead, and then letting Roran know if everything's okay or not.
Why
So
aren't you
I'm gonna
using your telekinetic? You can do that without sacrificing your position.
you know
True,
what?
but
Never thought of that. Okay, yeah,
he
that's what
might
he'll do.
he might like to reserve that also for Riker, but
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's up to
he
you.
kind of does. Um, because it we really he's not super worried about his position. He can hide pretty quick. Um, and but while he's doing this, he will also look for anything, knowing that Warren probably has the ability to hunt better than he does. So I'm gonna say while he's looking, he's also looking for any game that he could set Warren on, because he remembers hunting with him before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
I just realized
roll me an you can actually roll with advantage, Rorn, if you're going to have Lytle feeding you potential.
not good rolls tonight for Orin, so that
Oh.
perception will then only be a 13.
Man, okay.
And my perception's a 25.
Okay. So with a 13, Rorn, you actually uh perhaps because your ears and eyes are tuned to look for one, you find a big goat, like a large feral goat.
Nobody's
And
riding it, are they?
no, nobody's riding it. It's definitely not the one. It's got some like brown on its white fur. It's not the one Lyra departed upon.
Hmm.
But you can take it down with fair ease, and it provides some substantial meat and actually a really nice hide.
And I just realized I don't have a crossbow, which means all the hunting I've been doing, he's taking his hand axes and using like a tomahawk.
It
So you're
works.
just hucking this thing like Last of the Mohicans style.
I was gonna
That
say,
Well,
for
because
some
he
reason that
mentioned
makes it so much better for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
it does.
100%.
Yeah.
because he said, "Do you have any ranged weapons?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "But wait, I've been hunting like hand axes. Like he doesn't need a bow because he's got the hand axes that do the job just as well."
you
The
remember
fact
Mel
that
Gibson's movie Patriot? Was it
yes,
Patriot? And that's how he
yes.
did.
Mm-hmm. That was actually based off a real guy, which is I've
Yeah.
done some research on him. But yeah, so the fact you can huck a frickin' hatchet into something hard enough to kill it is insanity, and I'm here for it. And it just is emblematic of Rorn as an individual. So you take down this goat. Uh, do you guys like pause for like 20 minutes or so while he skins it and
I was
gets the
gonna
guts
say
out?
while he's doing that, Lytle is right there with him because he remembers the last time, and he's trying to help.
Okay. Uh, make me a sleight of hand then, both of you,
Oh, easy.
to get the to get the hide free without tearing it. Basically, putting it in such a state that it can be sold.
31.
Okay,
19.
awesome. Um, excuse me. So you both engage with this hide, and like one of you's like holding a leg, the other's like peeling with the knife, and then you switch, and somebody else is like, you know, snapping one of the joints and taking the hooves off. It goes actually pretty smoothly. You're sensing a sort of earned synergy in this engagement, and you never know, it might come in handy later.
We have
But
to skin
as
somebody. This will work.
right, so the night is thick around you. Um, Cicadas have started to sing in addition to the crickets, and it's just like this pulsating insectal drone in the air that it gives a sort of instinctually you both know the amount of noise occurring from these insects at night could cover footsteps of something, and it makes you extra nervous. Um, you keep glancing up from the hide, from the carcass of this goat, with a little bit of trepidation. why don't you guys roll me perception checks?
At advantage or not?
Nope.
Okay.
It's dark.
Okay.
22 for Roran. What is the rest of the party doing at this time?
Probably hanging around waiting for you guys to finish up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I got a 27.
Awesome.
On behalf of the rest of the party, yeah, well, that's what we're doing. We're waiting on you guys.
Okay. Yeah, the other party members that are not here yet. Cool. Let me get my Roll20 pulled up real fast. Not that that means anything. And
Okay.
it should be dark, just deal with it. So I'm gonna say Genji Kenji is up on this rock. They're still like in stealth, but they're doing their own thing. Move your tokens accordingly to where you are. This was like the marching order that I established.
Where on this map is the goat being claimed?
Oh, yeah.
Like right about here.
Okay.
Okay. That puts me probably right there with him.
I'm gonna see if there's a clip art for a dead goat. There is not a clip art for a dead goat or any
There's a
goat.
part for a live goat.
I just put goat and it doesn't have goat. So
Oh.
sorry. I know. I'm upset too. I feel like that's gross oversight on the part of Roll20.
Yeah, really. We should see.
Okay, for real though. I am traumatized by the lack of goat representation on Roll20.
By the lack of dead, cut up goat representation.
Right. Goat carcass representation. Hashtag triggered. I swear. This world's so fragile. This world is so fragile. Awesome. So you guys are like doing that. You've rolled your perception checks, and it is with these perception checks that you hear twigs snapping up ahead. And you both everyone goes still. What would you like to do?
So
Hand is now on a hand axe. Kind of just.
Lytle is gonna move up here and hide.
All right. Roll me a stealth, sir.
26.
Awesome. You feel fairly confident that you are hidden in this dark.
We're just gonna stay there. Ain't no way Roran is able to hide, so he's just gonna.
Stand there. Honestly, you detract from the others potentially being found just by merit of the fact you're so large and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Riker, what? Oh, right, Riker's not here. Son of a gun. Jesse, we miss you. Jesse, come back.
Jesse
I'm gonna
would probably
Jesse
hide
would-
as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
say
imagine
Jesse
he would.
hide here. Oh wait, I need to move it on the right map. There it is. Red, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll try
You've
my
heard a
hand.
twig.
I'll try my hand at the stealth game.
All right, hit it.
13.
You feel pretty good hidden. Like, you feel very confident in your first attempts at playing hide and seek.
I'm like standing behind like a tree or something, and it's a skinny tree, and I'm the fat guy.
And Lytle's shaking his head.
Yep. Lytle makes a note. He's gonna have to give you some lessons. Awesome. So, as you hide, let me see.
As I hide, she says in air quotes.
Yeah, hide. Deep air quotes there. You see a wolf, or what's the form of a wolf, walk out of the wood line on the path ahead of you. But to your eye at this distance, it doesn't look like a normal wolf. It's much larger, for one thing. Its jaw doesn't look like it's shaped quite right. Its fur looks like it's missing in places. Its claws look preternaturally long. It doesn't notice you yet.
Since we were cleaning and taking off the goat skin,
Mm-hmm.
I imagined some of the legs probably have been removed.
Yeah,
Would that be a correct assumption?
from the elbow joint down, it's typical to remove the legs on a animal that you're cleaning. So yeah, you've got 4 hooves. Or if he was an
Well,
Italian goat, you have 4 hooves.
Rord will
I'm hilarious. Okay.
sacrifice one of the legs.
All right.
He is going to quietly, as quiet as he can,
Uh-huh.
huck one of them over into this direction to first to see this doesn't look normal,
Yeah.
but if there's a way to pacify this thing, he's going to try and take it.
All right.
Do you want to
throw-
strength or?
Yeah, throw me probably would athletics be what you use to throw?
I'd say yeah.
Yeah, roll me an athletics then.
Good thing I'm not throwing
Right.
it.
15.
Okay. You do a fairly good job at throwing it. It lands about, let's see, ping, right about here. Not as far as you had hoped to throw it, but you were caught a little off guard. The thing hears the thrash of it as it lands in the bushes and orients itself in that direction to kind of like suss out what it was. And in doing so, it actually catches the wind of the carcass that you are dressing.
But now it has a
And
choice.
And now it turns
Oh, poo.
and starts sniffing the air.
As it gets to that point, what does this look like as it comes into a closer?
It looks like a wolf that has been resurrected with necromancy.
Okay, so unfortunately, Roar now standing at his full 7 feet and like looking like a giant armored bear. A normal predator would be like, is it worth fighting that thing for that? Yeah. Unfortunately, it's
No.
like, no. So hand axe
Yep.
he's going to open as it comes close, hand axe thrown directly to forehead to then switch to sword. Since like, nope, it's a fight.
All right. I think it's time we roll initiative then. I'll allow Roran to get that attack off before we do, though.
Soft 20 to hits.
Okay. That hits.
Max damage of 10. I'm guessing it's a slashing for the damage type if it's needed.
Uh-huh. So, perfect. Just making sure it's not immune somehow. The tomahawk-style axe embeds itself in this thing's forehead, but its gleaming eyes fix on you, and its mouth lolls open to show a dead tongue dripping with blood. Doesn't really seem too affected by a headshot like a normal wolf ought be. and it charges. Everybody,
It's
roll
welcome
me
to,
initiative.
it's welcome to
did.
try.
25 for me.
Hey, hang on a minute.
That's
25
effectively.
for Rorn.
No,
Cool.
that's red. Red had a
Son of a.
25.
Sorry, why did I do that? 25 for red. Go ahead. I even clicked red. I don't know what happened. Rorn, what's yours?
22.
We'll leave Riker out for now. Lydell, what's yours?
23.
23. Okay. And the wolf is gonna roll. 10. Cool beans. Okay. And it took how much damage, Red?
1.
20? Is that what you said?
No, it took 10
Or
damage.
Rowan, I'm sorry.
From.
Y'all have R names. This is payback for all the M names I've given you.
Yep, show is.
I regret nothing, and I will do it again. But even as you engage with this wolf in front of you, niggling in the back of your head is the knowledge that wolves don't typically roll solo,
No, they do not. Hope all of you guys
so
that are hidden are well hidden enough.
right? Um, so as you have that thought, another one appears from the bushes in the distance and is gonna roll up to back up its buddy.
Hmm.
I am making this as we go. Save. Okay. It is
So
going
this
to
was not
roll.
even the encounter that you had planned, huh?
Well, the encounter I have planned is going to be longer, and I want everybody in it. So
Ah.
we're just winging it, guys.
Yeah, not a problem.
But
Red's
they aren't
first.
just, they're not run of the mill wolves, at least. I'm not going to, I'm not going to patronize you with freaking CR half wolves. These have a little more juice to them. I'm hopeful with every. What just happened? I lost everybody's freaking initiative. 25 red, 22 Rorn. Lytle was. How much, Lytle?
23.
Okay. Don't know why it did that. Okay. And like I said, we're going to leave out Genji, Kenji, and Riker for now. Riker can roll himself in when he gets back next week. All right, top of the round, Mr. Red. You have been towards the back of the group so far.
Yep.
And although you hid yourself, or so you think, the undead nature of these wolves, and it is obvious to you as a cleric of Kalimvor, immediately lights a fire in your blood.
Yep. Not super happy about that. I will. The one that is the closest one, I guess would be the easiest way to put it.
Good God, that's loud.
That was
Yeah,
very
I'm
loud.
listening. I'm so sorry. It
One
starts out at half freaking volume. Unless I
I
remember.
will bonus action put a hunter's mark on it.
All right. It is hunter's marked.
And then I will fire a couple arrows at it.
Okay. Roll me to hit, please.
First one is going to be a. Let's see, that is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
The second one is a 30.
Good. What? You rolled a 30 to hit?
Yeah.
Good Lord, son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit with both.
Well,
Jesus.
I hope so.
Roll me damage.
Alright, let's see. I'm just going to use digital for this one. So that is 10 for the first, 12 for the second,
Okay.
and then 6 for the hunter's mark.
Okay.
So that is
Awesome.
28 points of damage.
Very nice, sir. That's an excellent starter.
Yeah, it's not too shabby.
Yeah, good little amuse-bouche. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
I will just kind of move myself there.
Okie dokie. Not try to hide again, I take it.
Yeah, no.
Not that you could, but
Right.
okay. Awesome. Thank you very much, Red. Lytle, it is your turn. Rowan, you're on deck. Can y'all see the initiative order? Yes, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
So from where I'm at,
Mhm.
I can. Lytle's gonna move out here.
Uh-huh.
Cast firebolt.
Okay. Which one? The one in front of you?
Yeah, the one in front of me.
Perfect.
That would be a 18,
Yes, that hits.
and that's 3 die. 3 die 10.
Good gracious.
That's 15 points of damage.
Whoa. Very nice. Okay.
And let me double check something here.
So it gets shoop, shoop with 2 arrows from Red, and then it gets a spike of fire through its chest cavity from you. And its undead lungs, even as they singe to crisps in its thoracic cavity, give the impression of it screaming.
And then he will go back here and hide in here.
All right, roll me a stealth.
Nat 20 for a 33.
Nice. Excellent job. Okay. Mr. Rourn, I believe you're next.
Not enough movement to directly engage, so Rorn is going to maneuver himself to about here.
Oh, I need a grid. Hang on. A screw up. I'm a failure. There we go. That'll help you. I'm sorry, guys. You should have told me you wanted a grid. I'm so sorry.
Alright, so he will position himself about 30 feet up, but in the middle of the present walkway with the rock on the right and all the bushes and trees on the left. So
Okay.
if these things are going to come
It
the
has
rest
to go
of the group,
through you.
correct, and I'm going to hold my action, so the first wolf to come within attacking range, I'm going to do my action.
Wonderful. That everything you got, sir?
That's everything I got.
All right. The second wolf that appeared is going to actually roll a perception check. Where is its perception? There we go. Oh, for Pete's sake, that's not what I wanted to do. It has advantage because of wolf things, so... Yeah, no. It does not detect where all of the humans are disappearing to. So it's just going to run at the one that it can see. It's going to go... What's its speed? 50, good lord. It can actually close the distance to you, Red, no problem at all. Triggering your held action.
All right, attack number 1 is going to be 14.
That does not hit.
Okay, I miss both swings.
Wow.
So this thing
I
comes
have-
charged... Yeah.
I have rolled tonight, at least, everything aside from the initiative
Yeah.
has been below 10.
It's so weird. We
Change
didn't
it.
pray over the rolls is what happened.
That's it.
Oh, I didn't do that.
We forgot to mention the rolls in the prayer, guys.
Way to go,
someone-
Donna.
Yeah.
Roll right now.
No,
Right.
I mean, hey, it's D&D. Sometimes you roll 8 natural 20s in a session.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were due for the other side of the statistical end.
Yep. The great cosmic dice continuum will eventually snap back like a rubber band.
I'm going to say the dark. Ron hasn't fought in the pitch black for a while, so even though he can see them, it's still depth perception is just a little off, so he misses.
Oh yeah. Well, and two, it's disconcerting to see what's essentially a very large undead wolf come charging out of the darkness at you. Even if it's not
Yeah.
dark to you, still not great.
It's not
The not
great. It's welcome to try and hit me, though.
Oh, of course, the not rightness of it is as it sets your brain on the fritz because you're trying to ascertain what it is as it's running towards you, and it just throws you off your game momentarily. But it's gonna try to hurt you, as is its way. It actually has. Nope. 24 to hit.
The 24 will hit, yes.
Okay, wonderful. It is going to give you 12 piercing damage as it seizes momentarily on your arm.
At least it
Please
wasn't
make
the
me.
first one.
Please
Go
also
ahead.
make me a strength saving throw.
There it was. Yep, I was afraid of that. There we go. Okay, that's going to be 23.
Okay, you managed to avoid being knocked prone.
Good.
Awesome. Second wolf's turn. It's going to roll a perception check to find out where the humans are going. It did not roll well. And so it's going to just bite at Rorn again. Good lord, it actually hit you. 26. And another 26.
Okay, they will both hit, but unlike the previous one, this one is not charging, so I don't have to roll the save.
The charge was more of a narrative choice of words. It's not a mechanical thing. It can make you roll that check even if as long as it bites you. Sorry
Okay,
if
so
I split hairs there, but it's not in the stat block that it has to charge you to get that. So if wonderful, so you get an additional 24 damage from piercing as it snaps its teeth at you twice and lands both times. Roll me another strength saving throw, please.
15.
Okay, you make it. Awesome. We're gonna skip the ne'er-do-wells who didn't decide to come to session tonight.
Top of the
Looking at you.
round.
Love you, beverages. Looking at you. Before that happens, a third wolf appears.
I knew a third one was gonna come.
Oh yeah, I like threes. And runs up to here, and you've now got the whole pack bottlenecked, or you hope it's the whole pack. Up here at the top. Let me roll him into initiative, but yes, Red, top of the round. Your turn. Red, you're muted if you want.
Yep,
Yeah,
there
there
I
you are.
Alright, so same. Let's see. Don't want to do same thing. It worked. Might as well.
Okay.
So
What?
so shooting 2 arrows at the same wolf.
Yep.
So the first one was a 19 to hit. The second one
That
is
hits.
a 16 to hit.
Roll me damage on the first one.
Okay.
Both hit, by the way, but let's roll damage on the first one first.
Alright, so 7 points of damage on the first.
All right, roll me the second damage.
5 for the hunter's mark.
Does the hunter's mark proc on the first attack?
You know what? I've never read that. Let me look. That's actually a great question.
I'm assuming it does, because it doesn't make sense for it to proc on the second. I assume the verbiage is when you hit.
Hunter's mark. You do an additional whenever you hit it with an attack roll, so technically it's for each hit.
Okay, then save your second attack for something else, because this thing gets so many holes punched in it that its form will not allow it to continue to fight, and it falls over dead.
Nice. I'll just so I'll bonus action move the hunter's mark to the next one in line.
Okay.
which
You
is,
still
I
have your
guess,
second attack.
yeah, which is now, I guess, the one that's right at Rorn.
Yeah.
And
This
that
one.
will be a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
So that will be 10 points. Ugh, one. So 11 points of damage on it.
Okay. It can't all be opening salvo of 28.
Right?
Be grateful.
Right,
Nice
yeah.
job. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right. Mr. Lytle, it is your turn. Thank you, Red.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Lytle will remove his rapier,
Mm-hmm.
come to here, and
Uh-huh.
sneak attack. Attack that dog.
I'm so proud of you for sneak attacking. My boy's all my boy's all grown up. Roll me that sneak attack, that juicy 3d6.
Okay.
Or is it
Well, first,
4d6 now?
so he hit with a 29.
Yeah, I'd say so. I
Okay.
assumed you were gonna hit. Sorry
Yeah.
if that was presumptuous of me.
And then that's 3 die 6. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. 6 and 6 is 12. 4 is 16. And 7 is 24. 24 points
Awesome.
of damage.
My word, sir.
Um,
Nice job.
and that's sneak attack.
What level are you, Riker? Or sorry,
6,
Lydell?
6 rogue.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you're still 3d6.
Yep. Um,
He's getting there quick.
and then bonus action, he disengages and hides
You can
back
only do
here.
one of those.
Okay. He
You
then
you
well
disengage and
then
move away.
disengage and
You could just tank the opportunity attack if you want, and then hide additionally.
what do you mean tank the opportunity attack?
The reason you disengage is
Just
to
take the small amount of damage,
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Yeah. So he'll do that and then go hide back here.
Okay. It is going to snap at you as you move out of its melee range with a 13 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Then you are free to hide, sir. Roll me a
All
stealth.
right. Ooh, let me do that again. Jumped right out. 12, 25.
Awesome. You feel yourself pretty well hidden in the dark and in the bushes. Mr. Rowan, thank you very much, Lytle. Your turn.
All right, so full attack on the second wolf.
Okay.
So first attack is going to be a 16. I'm guessing that is not going to hit, but the second one is going to be a 23.
Rowan both hit.
Okay. So 18 points of slashing damage.
Right.
Dang.
Nice. You redeem yourself well. You riposte from your initial misses and the bites that you got from its dead brethren, and you manage to sink your blade solidly into this thing's rotten flesh. The bones of its ribs part and snap around your blade in a sickening kind of thump against the metal, but it does not seem to heed the pain. Go on. Your second damage, sir?
That was both of them combined.
18 was damaged for both?
Total, yeah. I rolled all the
Okay.
damage combined.
Getcha. That all you wish to do, sir?
He doesn't like how these things actually deal quite a bit of damage, so he's actually going to action surge to do another round. That time, only one of those will hit.
All
That's
right, sir.
a 12 and then a 22. 12 is
Uh,
definitely not going to hit.
12 does not, 22 does. Roll me damage.
9 points of damage. That's second.
Ooh, it is staggering around.
S-
Almost.
Well, that's what I got.
Alrighty, sir. So it is going to live long enough to try to enact its revenge on you, Roran. It is going to.
You may certainly try.
They've been succeeding.
I
Yeah, they
know, that's
did.
the problem.
And they just did another. What's your AC? It's 20?
20.
Yeah, it hits. It hits both times again. This was not the gang up on Roran encounter, but you were making it happen.
Roar's doing his job.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
just we're missing 2 key DPS of the sneaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there was an opportunity for Riker to fireball that he was not here to capitalize on. And I don't feel good about taking his spell slots while he's not here, so we're letting it ride.
Yep.
You take an additional 24 damage, sir, and please roll me a strength saving throw.
That's going to be 22.
Okay. You are not knocked prone despite taking damage from these things. Wolf 1 is dead, so I'm going to take it out of initiative. Wolf 3 is going to cover the distance, and he is going to roll to perceive where that stabby one went in the bushes. Oh, yeah. So, what was your stealth roll, Lydell? 23? 25? All right. It actually manages to see you. This is one of those rare occurrences where it's for completely fortuitous happenstance. It finds you. This is not going to be a regular occurrence, I think, with rogues. It is going to bite you
What's
or
it roll?
attempt. Let's see what she rolls. 14 and a 9. So it
No.
finds you, but it's so excited that it finds you, it completely misses. Nice.
You're lucky.
Yeah, for
Good.
real. Awesome. Top of the round again, sir, Mr. Red. What would you like to do?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's fire a couple more arrows.
You're the only cleric I've ever seen who favors arrows, and I love it.
I know. 27 for the first and 22
Yep.
on the second.
So save the second one. The first one, all it needed was a 1. If you roll anything above a 1, you're gonna kill the
Okay, so
wolf near
there's
Roar.
so there's 8 for the first one.
Okay, it is dead, and it falls down with your arrow embedded in its dead, rotten heart. Good job.
Yep.
You want to roll if we hit the second one?
Yep. That is a 31.
All right, that hits. Good gosh.
And I'm gonna make the assumption that I moved my hunter's mark to this
That's
one.
fine. Can you see? I don't think you can see it from the bushes where you are. I'd like you to move your token to do so. Thank you, sir. Continue.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that is 9 plus 6, so 15 points of damage on that one.
Nice job, sir. Okie dokie. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right, Lytle. Mr.
So
Lytle, would you
I will
please?
say when the when the doggy came in and found him,
Uh-huh.
he said, "Whoa there, doggy, nice doggy."
It does not understand you. It is dead. But
I know, but still,
it makes
All
you
right.
feel better, because
That's
doggies are
right.
doggies.
Rapier to the face,
Get it.
and that would be a where'd it go? 23
Oh, yeah, that hits.
and a sneak attack,
All right.
and that's 3d6. Oh, this ain't. He's not about to be. What the heck? Where'd it go?
You're not about to be taken down by the likes of a mangy undead
Yeah,
wolf.
move your butt. All right, that's that, and this is 1 die. Oh shoot, what is that? 1 die 8 or 1 die 10? 1 die 8. Okay.
Yeah, your rapier's 1 die 8.
Yeah. All right. 6 plus 6 is 12.
Nice.
Plus 6 is 18. Plus 3, 19, 20, 21.
That
22,
total?
23, 24, 25.
Okay. Oh, crappy. All right, sir.
Um,
You very nearly sever this thing's entire lower half off of its body, but it remains nonetheless with its impressive undead fortitude. Uh, Anything else you'd like to do?
yeah, I'm going to disengage,
Okay, you'll avoid the opportunity attack.
and he's going to move over here
Okay,
by his friends
smart.
because that's just, hey, this thing actually saw me.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap. Well, wolves run in packs for reasons.
Yeah.
One, okie dokie, sir. That all you wish to do?
Yes.
Rorn, your turn.
Let's finish this.
Yeah,
So 16 and a soft 20.
both hit.
Hmm.
10 points. At minimum.
23 points of slashing damage.
Good gracious, sir.
That's
One of those
40.
was max. One of
Yeah,
those hits were
I
max.
I can tell. Awesome job. It some semblance of what this thing used to be causes it to howl in response to your aggression, and it is going to answer it accordingly. With it's probably going to hit you. Nope. Nope, it does not hit you, sir. It snaps, but it's just so disjointed at this point. Its rotten body is starting to fall apart. It misses you both times. Red, finish this.
Please.
Okay. 24 to hit and a 16 to
Yes,
hit.
both hit.
Alright, so there's 9 points for the first one, 9 points for the second one, plus.
Red, how do you do this?
uh, as I fire the first one and it connects, I'm just going to start walking towards it and just kind of walk up in that frustration of you need to die already and just
Right.
shoot it with the second one as I get closer.
Nice. The amount of strength behind your second shot and the proximity by which it's fired send it actually through this thing in a classic lung lock. Hits both lungs and heart on the way through, or what's left of them. And it falls over dead. Excellent job, everybody. So proud of us. Good job, we are out of initiative. And I'm afraid that's where we're going to have to end tonight's session. I can't give y'all too much excitement or you won't come back.
Yeah, okay.
We are the Holy Rollers. We're so grateful and blessed to have you guys by our side for this adventure. God bless. Have an excellent rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.